Now, when we talk about mining, we know already that all the nodes follow the longest chain. And once a node sees that someone has solved this problem, they add that block to their chain. So there's no concept of identity. There's no authorities to trust or anything like that. It's just math that we're talking. And it's permissionless. Anyone can mine. It's also borderless. So there's no notion of any entity being tied to the United States or another country. It's just literally a math problem that someone sees, that someone has solved a problem, and then the chain progresses. And this creates a network that's always in flux. So there was a time when China controlled 50% of the Bitcoin hash rate, and then China banned Bitcoin mining, and now the US leads the world in Bitcoin mining. So it's always in flux, it's always changing. If you have energy, say if you have a hydro dam, or you have wind turbines, or solar panels, or nuclear, or even a volcano in the case of El Salvador, someone will just plug miners into this. If you have that excess electricity, it's there for someone to mine Bitcoin. And this is leading to innovation in terms of the usage of energy. So this is an example of a gas flare where someone is drilling for oil, and a byproduct of that is natural gas coming out of the ground. And the best thing that they can do is just burn it, because it makes no sense to do anything else. But with Bitcoin mining, they actually can plug in a generator and capture that methane gas and plug miners in it and convert it to Bitcoin. And now we have less emissions that are going into the atmosphere because there's an economic incentive to actually capture it and to use that and turn it into energy. So mining doesn't care where energy comes from. It doesn't require any infrastructure or transportation. You don't need to build a power grid, to take advantage of excess energy. And it can balance electrical loads on an energy grid. So energy grids are built to capacity. You can't turn down the amount of electricity that's being generated. So if you think about it like a wind turbine, if that thing's spinning, the energy has to go somewhere. So Bitcoin miners can be plugged into an energy grid and use that excess energy. And they can also be throttled down at any time. So if that excess energy is not there, then you just turn off the miners. So that allows them to buy low price or negative price energy. So this is already happening in Texas today. So Bitcoin monetizes this concept of stranded energy, just energy that is there, say a waterfall, that there's obviously energy there, but there's nothing to do with it. But you can plug miners into it and you can convert it to Bitcoin. So there's economics of all this. So mining uses large amounts of electricity. So it's comparable to a medium-sized country, and it's a highly competitive industry. Because this idea that anyone can mine, anyone can plug in miners at any sort of electricity creates a real free market. So yeah, anyone with electricity plug in a miner. And mining hardware costs are high. We were talking about millions, hundreds of millions of dollars maybe. So miners are committed to securing the network that they're plugged into. And all of this cost has an impact. So if we look at the Bitcoin price, mining profit margins are thin. So, and technological advances require reinvestment. So most of these coins that are being mined are getting sold back to the market just to cover costs. And this creates a downward pressure on the coin prices and turnover in the mining industry. And it means that a leading spot is never guaranteed. And these miners are service providers to the system. They don't own the blockchain that they're securing.